Verse number 180. Dehavinishta sramadharma karma
Dehavinishta sramadharma karma
guna vimana satatam mameti
guna vimana satatam meti
jnana kosho yamati prakasha
Vijnana kosho yamati prakasa
prakushta sannidhyavasat paratmana
Prakrishta sanidhyavasat paratmana
ato bhavatyesha upadirasya
Ato bhavatyesha upadirasya
yadatmadhi sansarati pramena.
Yatmadhi sansarati pramena.
You see, I hope you have been thinking over these ideas. Again and again, when I go on emphasizing on your thinking, contemplation, please understand the importance of it. Because without the contemplation, having that insight into your thoughts, ideas, you really cannot get out of this sense of bondage. Because in reality, the bondage just doesn't exist. The wrong thinking which has put you in, which has trapped us. That is why this thinking must change. Question your thinking as well as the thinker. Especially, there was a time, please appreciate, there was a time when this knowledge was very hidden. This Atmagyan, Brahmavidya, they were not available for average person. It's like the highest knowledge, always in secrecy. Not because somebody wanted to keep it a secret, but because people are not ready for it. Not many people look for it. And when somebody doesn't look for it and get it, he doesn't understand the value of it. Most of the time it becomes like that. When you need the medicine and you get the medicine, you understand the value of the medicine. But when you are healthy or you think you are healthy and somebody asks you, will you take this medicine? You say, for what? I am already healthy. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care. But when you are appearing to be healthy, that you are diseased, you cannot accept it. When you appear to be healthy, that time also you are diseased, you cannot accept it. It becomes very difficult. Same thing, even when the person is innocent like a child, or has not got into much of the complications, but just slowly getting into the anger, hatred, jealousy, infatuation, fear, anxiety. A person may think these are all healthy, natural traits because it doesn't have much consequences yet. You are sick, but still you don't know that you are sick. That is why average person has no time for Vedanta Upanishad because he thinks everything is fine. I am educated, I have money, I have a job, I have a family, I have everything at my disposal. Why do I need these things? Are you getting them? Average person doesn't need these things. As a result, if you expose him to this knowledge when he is not needing it, it is like showing water to a person who is not thirsty. Or he doesn't know that he is thirsty. He is like a child. Mommy forces the child to eat. Child thinks it is a torture. The child doesn't think But if he doesn't eat now, when he goes to sleep, middle of the night he will get up. The child doesn't know that. Mummy sees it clearly. If the child is not fed now, the fellow will get up in the middle of the night and he will create a racket. So the mommy forces the child to eat. The child doesn't enjoy it. Same thing also, most of the people do not understand the value of this knowledge. That is because not many are hungry, not many are aware that they must get this knowledge. That is how it was confined to certain set of people. A certain people, they were keeping it among themselves. Call them sages, sadhus, gurus, whatever you call them. Or certain section of people. They were keeping this, that between them it was there. It was not very popular. And today, it is available. Listen carefully. Today it is available. When you say today it is available, you don't know in what form. Yes. So many teachers, so many different types of knowledge is being handed over, all in the name of religion, all in the name of freedom. People are giving out this knowledge and emphasizing on what? Mostly practice oriented. Repeat this mantra, chant these things, do this asana, do this yoga, or do this something. The problem is not with the breathing. The problem is not with your singing or chanting or anything. Please appreciate. Here the problem is with your thinking. Are you getting that point? You must see it clearly. The problem of bondage and liberation is not a physical problem. It's the problem at the level of the thinking. Are you getting that point? Your sense of bondage, your fear, your anxiety, your infatuation, your any type of complication is at the level of the thought, thinking. That is why animals have no problem. The animals don't think. There is no problem. They fight among themselves, they forget instinctively, then now fight, now hang around each other, no problem. The tiger is hungry, he runs after the antelope. When he is not hungry, playing with the children, same place, 100 antelopes will be there, you don't even look at them. They have no planning that now I am hungry, not hungry, but I should kill one and keep it so that when my children are hungry, they will eat it. There is no such thinking. So the animals are different type of thing. Human beings, please, it's a purely problem of thinking. When the thoughts are a problem, if you don't know how to think, how are you going to solve the problem? Because please appreciate, this morning I was talking, it's a very beautiful point came up, I'll explain to you. Please see how it is. Perception, listen, this language you can take it down if you feel like. Perception triggers thought. Perception is not knowledge. I want you to think over this statement. Perception triggers thought. But the thought by itself is not knowledge. Like, when you see, as a child you are looking at it, stars, beautiful stars in the sky. So you have a thought of the stars. But by itself, will it be known to you that the stars are million times bigger than the earth? Are you getting that point, please? You are looking at the earth, it is flat. In your perception, true to your perception, the thought will take place, earth is flat. By itself, will you know that this is, not a flat or is a round, but appears flat by itself? Then everybody would have known it. Why it is only 17th, 18th, 19th century people knew about it, or earlier that people know about it also. In the scriptures also it is given. Prithvi like a mandala, always mandala. It's all round, round, round. How did they understand? How does a person know? Because perception gives you a thought, but a thought is not knowledge. You have to think. Perception gives you water, but there is a hydroelectricity. How do you know? That is where you need to think. Are you getting that point, please? The scientist is questioning the perception. That person we call as a scientist or investigator who questions the perception, questions the thought, uses the thought, uses the perception. Are you getting that? Using the perception, using the thought, questioning the perception, questioning the thought, you discover something which your eyes cannot see. Even after you get this knowledge that the stars are huge, the eyes shall continue to see twinkle, twinkle, little star. Even after you discover that there is nothing but the color of the sky, the blue sky, your eyes will continue to see the blue sky and you continue to enjoy it also, blue sky. Sense organs, understand this, sense organs help you in a perception. And true to the perception, a thought takes place. But that is not knowledge. Knowledge comes from thinking. Are you getting that? About the true nature of the star, true nature of the earth, true nature of the water. It comes from thinking. Your eyes see a leaf, but that leaf is medicinal. How do you know? You have to think, interpret, use. Exactly in the same way, listen carefully, exactly in the same way, from the day one as a child, I am seeing my physical body. People give it a name. I learned from the elders, I am this body, my name is this, I am growing young, I am growing old. All these thoughts you pick up. How this thought become a knowledge by itself? Are you getting that point, please? Are you getting that point? Because of your perception of the body, naturally you say, I am the body, which is natural, it goes on. How does it become a knowledge by itself that I am Brahman? That is why it comes the need to think. This I must question itself. So as even the I questions the perception, uses the thought to discover the knowledge of the world. As even I questions the perception, uses these thoughts to pick up deeper knowledge about the world. Same thing. In the scriptures, Upanishads, they question the perceiver, the I thought, the thinker, use the thoughts to understand themselves. Are you getting that? That is why it's a whole teaching tradition, not a cheating tradition. It's a huge teaching tradition. You have to be, do you understand the importance of being taught? Unfortunately, because the religion has become a sense of, sometimes in the religion you take it as a some mysterious thing, so you don't have to think, because most of the people will be talking this type of thing, that you are sitting down in a desert or a mountain or on a hilltop or a stone or under the water, suddenly light spread. These are the type of stories have made it very, very mysterious. Are you getting that point? The person, therefore, every person is waiting for some mysterious experience. Even today, you shall see these New Age gurus, most of them also, getting into that idea and spreading that when they were in the Himalayas, or when they were in the mountains, or when they were on the stone, or under the water, or buried himself, suddenly there was a flash. And now he is sharing that knowledge with you. So what does it mean? If that happened to him in Himalayas or Andes or Alaska or under the water or the International Space Station, now everybody has to go there. Huh? And everybody is waiting for some type of a special illumination. And it will happen effortlessly or by Guru's grace. He should touch you. Or he should give you a practice, you must follow it. You understand the disaster? Everything today the man has achieved by right type of thinking. Not by some type of a mumbo jumbo, simply sitting down and suddenly it is happening to him. It's not like that. If you see these stories, if you see the pictures, sages sitting down, what does it mean? Contemplation. He has taken the idea onto himself and working on it. Seeing the truth of it. What is the source of I? What is this idea? Who is this? It has so many dimensions, relative dimension, absolute dimension. What is this aham pratyaya vochar, as we have been seeing? So you think, what is the source of it? You think to understand the limitation of thinking. Don't quote, even before learning to think, don't quote the limitation of thinking. Are you getting that? Upanishad says, Yato vacho nivartante apranapya manasa saha, where from the words returned along with the thoughts. Don't quote it to the first class. You use the words, use your thoughts, understand it, then understand the truth. No words can describe it, no thoughts can reach it. It is like telling somebody, to be on the top of the mountain, you don't need legs. True. To be on the top of the mountain, you don't need legs. But to reach the mountain top, you need legs. Suppose you cut the legs from the very beginning, will you be on the top of the mountain? Please. Same thing, don't use the logic. Thinking only will solve the problem. Therefore, nothing else to be done. No, those two things also must be done. You have to be alive. See, hear, taste, touch, smell. As we saw yesterday, to prepare your mind, remember that? To prepare your mind, so many things to be done. You appreciate how the thoughts come, how you consciously use your thought, and what is that you're looking for in your life, yourself, and what is that? To be yourself, you don't have to go somewhere else. Thinking. What has confused us? Thinking. Perception effortless, thoughts are also effortless. Now I'm using those thoughts, listen carefully, I'm using those thoughts and have picked up an identity. Please, I'm using those thoughts. And who is using the thought? I. And who is I? A drunken one who doesn't know anything about himself. So depending on the mood, the I is using the thoughts. Are you getting that point? The I is drunk. Drunk means not aware of himself. Which is his absolute nature? Who am I? So if you are angry, you use your thought in a particular way. You are in a loving mood, you use your thought in a different way. You are in a generous mood, you use your thought in a different way. You are in a nasty mood, you use your thought in a different way. So your interaction with the world or with the thoughts depends on the moods in which you are in. Are you getting that point? You are not being the actor, always coming under the spell of a role. Have you not seen how people deal with others? Suppose your father, your husband, your wife, your son have been, let us say, been treated badly by somebody. So you are the husband of your wife, you are the wife of your husband, you are the son of your father of your son. But somebody to relate it to you is affected. Then you are carrying that in your head. This fellow treated my son like this, my daughter like this. Now suppose that man is doing something nice also. If somebody asks you, how is he? Stupid. Why? You are not giving any objective judgment anymore. Now you are giving a biased judgment, right? Because I am already biased. That this man has ill-treated me or my relatives. So this fellow is useless. Now if somebody asks you, how is he? Useless. One side of it. That person has got 1,000 sides. One side you know, only one incident you know. Are you getting that point? Please imagine. Who you are is not a person with sides. Who you are is a complete whole. I gave you that example, I think, one day. The million ton tanker, it floats on one side and sinks in the sea. But the little coconut floats on all sides. No mighty ocean can drown a small coconut. However mightiest the wave can be, the breakers can be, so what? The coconut is always floating. Because it floats on all sides. Think of it. So when thus a person does not know anything about himself, instead of teaching him about himself, what are you teaching him? Practices. Hold your nose, stand on your head, chant this, sing this every day. Whom are you giving what? He doesn't know anything about himself. So what happens is, as a father is disturbed, as a mother is disturbed, the brother is disturbed, something somewhere is disturbed. So you are giving him some practice. Listen, when you are giving him that, suppose he does half an hour that one, he feels very comfortable. Because at least for half an hour he, in the name of whatever practice, at least for half an hour sitting down. So he feels very comfortable. Oh, very nice. Then what happens? Listen carefully. It divides his life. This is spiritual, 23 hours, mundane. And always a guilt that I am not living that life. Understand? That these are all holy practices. That gives me solace. This office life is useless. That is where comes the fight between the secular and religious. Understand? It's so dangerous. Between The obsession of secularists with the world and the obsession of the religious with God, the human individual is sacrificed. You take that statement. Between the obsession of the secularist with the world, where the secular person thinks world is the ultimate, and the obsession of the religious man with God, where the person, religious man, thinks some God, XYZ, is the ultimate, everybody must follow it. The human individual is completely sacrificed. The person is not taken into account. Somebody is making the world beautiful, other is making the God wonderful. What happened to the individual? Are you getting that point, please? Upanishads are so beautiful. It starts with the individual. With the creation already existing. If there is a creator, you don't have to worry about it. He is also already existing. You better know about yourself. About your body, your mind, your thought, who you are. Because your insanity, understand, your insanity is in you. Are you getting that? Your confusion is in you. When you are sleeping, there is no confusion. When you wake up, confusion is not relieved. So why do you want to sleep for half an hour in the name of different types of practices? Be conscious. Thereafter, consciously, if you want to practice for half an hour, by half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours, 15 minutes, you do as much as you like, as much as you need. That's a different thing altogether. Because living, please understand, whether you sit down or not, your life has to continue. Whether you close your eyes or open your eyes. You cannot stop closing and opening your eyes because that is a part of the game. But don't say closing the eyes is extrovertedness, opening the eyes. Opening the eyes is extrovert and closing the eyes is religious. Who gives this idea? Opening the eyes is extrovert. So closing the eyes means the person is very religious. Good morning, come here, go there. Is all mundane. Om or some other thing is very religious, right? That is where we destroy ourselves. Are you getting that point, please? Appreciate. Just because you are perceiving, the perception is effortless, and therefore thoughts are effortless, do not consider a thought as knowledge. You must think over it. As been, listen, as been, picking up thoughts by perception is not knowledge. Listening to scripture or words of any kind by itself is not knowledge. You are picking up thoughts. Thereafter you must know how to think. Are you getting that point, please? Are you getting that point? It's just like the artist is introduced to a brush and a color, then he is taught how to paint. A surgeon introduced to his knife and the scissor and a body, but he must be taught how to use the knife, how to use things. You are given the thoughts. You must know how to use the thought. You are given a thought, I thought. You must know how to use that I thought. What is the meaning of this thought? The difference between thought and thinking, I gave you the example. It's like difference between car and driving. You may have a car, but you don't know how to drive it. You may have a thought, you don't know how to think. Instead of teaching the person how to think, and in order to teach him how to think, you have to settle the thinker as to who is he. Where your thinking depends upon the role you play. Are you getting that point, please? The thinking depends on the role you play. If you are selfish, you will be using thought in a different way. If you are limited, you will use the thought in a different way. If you are a father, mother, husband, wife, same objective that you are using a different way. When you are limitless, you will use the thought in a different way. Are you getting that point, please? When you are drunk, you have a habit of, an alcoholic, how do you use your money? Charity. Huh? No alcoholic will ever use his money for charity because it is used for his satisfying his own obsession. If you are a drug addict, how are you going to use your resources? If you are a very kind man, how are you going to use your resources? Resources are same, depends who you are. Like exactly the same way, thoughts are same, depends who you are. Are you the absolute or are you relative? If you take a relative role to be yourself, your usage of thought will be different. When you are who you are, every thought is beautiful. Every perception, every object, every moment of life is beautiful. Living is as beautiful as dying. Understand? The presence of thought is as beautiful as absence of it. Everything is beautiful. That is why you don't dismiss anything. Every practice is beautiful. Every living is beautiful. Every perception, sight, sound, touch, taste, smell, everything has a place of its own. It's like when you're in a very happy mood, it doesn't matter whether it's sunshine or rain or cloud or thunder, you're in a very happy mood. So happily enjoy the sunshine, happily enjoy the cold, happily enjoy the thunder, happily enjoy everything. So if you're in an unhappy mood, you will hate the spring. But in the limited role, you are continuously fighting with your thoughts. Now, in order to escape, if that person is given, whereas these are the holy practices, they are the holy thoughts, so you better stay with these. You know what happens? Life thereafter becomes a continuous struggle. What you are with is your body and your thoughts. What you should be with is your mantra or a word or a holy activity. Huge conflict comes in life. That is why this teaching, how many people are ready for it? And today, because of this, one blessing is, yes, everybody can expose himself to this knowledge. It has been a curse because people who don't need it, they are also exposed to it. So they don't understand the importance of it. And most of the people look for the comfort. Look for the comfort. Most people look for the comfort. That is why if somebody tells you, in getting angry there is nothing wrong, in eating a particular food there is nothing wrong, or in being rich and selfish is nothing wrong, then you feel very, very comfortable. What is there? Because you have got a religious sanction, a philosophical, support for your perversion. That doesn't solve the problem. You must learn to think. You understand the importance of thinking? Why there are so many books? What did Shankara do? You think an idiot can write like this? One verse you cannot write. One verse. How many words, how many commentaries, all the Upanishads, Vedas, what are they? They are not some cock and bull stories, some childish anecdotes, moral strictures. Are you getting that? Upanishads, Vedas, when you see them, is the flowering of the highest mind in the human beings. Infinity, absolute. After that, what? And person picks up a little bit of it. And then he goes on creating their own thoughts and own philosophy. Please. In one way, the so-called new age religions, making people aware, no doubt. In another way also, by making them to conform to that little thoughts or little practices, the person is totally misled. Don't worry about it. The world will move in its own speed. What is important is you, each person, understands for himself. If you go on wondering about what others are doing, it becomes very difficult. First, you see it for yourself. This morning, why this talk is triggered? Because this morning somebody phoned up and asked a question. Swamiji, this person, I was looking at TV and he's talking just absurd stuff, but everybody seems to be enjoying listening. I said, okay, so what is the problem? Now, how can you talk like that? I said, don't say that. There shall be circus. There shall be jokes, slapstick jokes. There shall be popular music. Don't say only classical music should be there. Huh? It depends on the standards of the people. In a school, you have got a PhD class, you have got the ABCD class, first standard, second standard, seventh standard, 10th standard, education institution, school, college, university, PhD, postdoctoral. Don't you have it? Religion is a language. You have got ABCD to PhD. If you have a PhD, enjoy somebody learning ABC. Where is the problem? The problem is not that the ABC is wrong. When the teacher says you don't need anything beyond ABC. Are you getting that point? In school, when you go to school, what happens? You go to ABCD class. The teacher teaches ABCD. When you pass your first standard, go to second. The teacher happily sends you out. Does it stay in my class? No. You go, because what I have to teach is over. You know some more from that. Now second standard, third standard, fourth standard, high school. So the teachers happily passing them on. You go there. Why? Because what I have to teach is over. School teacher says, now what I was teaching is over. Now goes to college. College teacher is very over, happily over. It's over. You go to the university. The school teacher is not jealous of college teacher. The college teacher is not jealous of the university teacher. Not the university teacher looks down upon the school teacher. Because unless the school teacher teaches ABCD and prepares the ground, university teacher is not going to teach him PhD stuff. So it's a beautiful thing, secular thing going on nicely. In a religious thing, it's dangerous. One who teaches singing, holding the note, chanting, dancing or anything, calls himself a religious teacher. One who is giving the highest knowledge about himself also is a religious teacher. The one who is teaching the ABCD doesn't happily send him that, look, this much I have to teach, I have taught, now you move on. That move on is not there. Are you getting that point? Because the person is afraid of losing the student. That is why most people remain at the same level all the time. They don't expose anything more than that. Why it is so? Because the teacher has brainwashed them completely. But one who knows the absolute, aware of himself, he has no conflict with anybody. Why? Any day when the fellow gets tired, he will come back. We'll teach him. Don't worry. Because yeah, a person has to know himself. Are you getting that point? No choice. So that is where you see now thousands of groups. Divided not in the, previously people are divided in the name of gods. Especially if you look at this vast ocean of Hindu tradition, previously there are 6 groups only. Kaumara, Shakta, Vaishnava, Saiva, like that. Saiva, followers of Shiva, Vaishnava, followers of Vishnu, then Shakti Upasakas, then Ganapati, what is that? Followers of Ganesha, Saura, then Surya Upasakas. Like that, it was so many. 5, 6 schools, 6 schools of Sanmata Desi. Saiva, Shakta, Vaishnava, Kaumara is Subramanya. Kaumara, Ganapati, these two, follower of Ganapati, Ganesha, and Subramanya. Then Shaura, Shakta, follower of the sun and the Shakti, Mother of Shri. Another is Saiva Vaishnava. That is Vishnu as well as Shiva. 6 gods, 6 schools of people. Today, people are not divided in the name of gods. They are divided in the name of the gurus. These gurus have made themselves God. Nobody says, I am a Hindu anymore. What do they say? I am this Guru follower, this Baba follower, this Swami follower, this Amma follower, this Mama follower. Huh? Now, how many groups are there? Previously, there were only 6. Now, there are 6 million. You understand the dangerous part of it? And of course, no more in the name of gods. The gods are now banished. Now the gurus have become gods. You see, all these New Age religion, if you look at it, the gods are perfectly, beautifully banished. Gods make the background. These fellows stand on the forefront. You shall see any of these cults, if you go around the world, you shall see huge photo of the Guru, tiny putty statue somewhere of the gods. Are you getting that? And everybody says his Guru is God. Don't know what the Gurus have taught. Are you getting that? You don't know what the Gurus have taught. To make these people feel the Guru is the God. When Krishna was God, made himself a Guru. Now this today is other way around. Guru is making themselves God. And what Krishna says? Bhakto sime sakhaji. Not only you are my devotee, but my friend. Bhakto sime sakhaji. Not only my devotee, but my friend. There is no such thing now. Holy people. Understand? And people lost logic. Oh, other day somebody asked me a question. But Swami, tradition says Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva, Maheshwara. Guru is Brahma, Guru is Vishnu, Guru is Maheshwara. Yes, of course. So, he says Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva, Maheshwara. He doesn't say Guru replaces Brahma, Guru replaces Vishnu, Guru replaces Maheshwara. Then why did they say that? Simple. You go to the Mapsal bus stand in Tiruvannamalai, they will be shouting, Madras, 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 Bangalore, 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 Tanjavur, 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 Madurai, Madurai, Madurai. Now in Tamil Nadu, Tiruvannamalai bus stand, where is Madurai? Where is Chennai? Where is Bangalore? It's not there. But there is a bus there. That bus is known by the destination. Bangalore bus, Madras bus. What does it mean? The bus is Madras, huh? If you sit down in that bus, and do not get down anywhere else on the road, you will be reaching Madras. The vehicle is known by destination. The Guru is known by the destination. Guru is Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, because if you hold on to the teacher, he shall help you to understand Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, which is yourself. Shivo, Shivo. But suppose the bus is written Bangalore bus, but is going to Tamil Nadu, going to Madurai. What will happen to you? So that is the dangerous type of gurus. Where it is written Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, but it leads to himself. Really that. He says Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Maheshwara. That is told. But who is worshipped? And what is discovered? Not Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. But this man is it is like instead of using that bus to reach the Bangalore, you are worshipping that bus as the Bangalore. How do you like it? You worship that bus as the Bangalore. This is how the God man is worshipped. He is supposed to, he started it in the name of God. Slowly, God is gone and he is there. Like Mullah did it. One day Mullah, you know what he did? Very interesting. The king was looking for a justice, chief justice of the High Court, King's Court. They're looking for so many places, so many people, and they did not find anybody. The people are good, the fellow is good, but he's stupid, but very smart. I mean, he's stupid, but very highly learned. So he said, but you have to have a good combination. Then they discovered when they were going, he saw Mullah sitting down there and with a fishing net on his head. So that was a strange sight. A man sitting on the fishing net on his head, He said, oh, Mullah, what is this dress for? He said, I'm a fisherman. And I don't mind showing off my humble origin. And everybody is mightily impressed. Look at this man. He's a man with humble origin and he's not afraid, he's not ashamed of his humble origin. So he puts it. This is the man. This is the man. Because he is not afraid of his humble origin. He doesn't show off, he doesn't hide anything. Perfect. They put him in the position. And he was put. And after that, of course, he has got real loyal legal robes, that justice, fancy flowing robes. And then one day the selectors, those that selected him, they go there and they see him lying in a beautiful palace, lovely dresses, and he goes to home, and they go home to see him because they want to see how humble his origin is. And when they go there, he is beautifully dressed up, and then he's offering them nice food and other things. His servants, and they enjoyed everything. They say, Mullah, how is everything? Good. And what happened to the net? What happened to the net? Your humble origin. The sign. He says, very simple. When the fish is caught, the net is thrown. When the fish is caught, the net is thrown. I got the justice position. Why do I need the? Suppose most people, for most godmen, God is like the fishing net. When they become God, God is thrown. You understand how devious it is? How dangerous it is? Nowhere in this tradition you shall see that. I don't know, it has become like a disease today. It's like a disease. The whole religious field has become a disease. You never see in tradition one temple for Vasishtha, Yajnavalkya, Agasti, Lopamudra, man or female, says doesn't matter. Not a single temple anywhere. Neither they have replaced God at any time. But today, every 2 paisa so-called guru, first is what? It's a dangerous precedent. So how many people are divided in the name of these followers now? Everywhere. Is new age thing is not in one place, everywhere. In every religion is now infested with this type of dangerous trade. Every religion. The mainstream religions are gone now, almost gone. The new evangelical stuff. And people are divided. One which is good. Maybe that shall see the death of the so-called religions which have nothing, no great content, and then everybody will come back to himself, maybe one day, who knows. Because please appreciate, the job of the secular education must be to help the person to know about himself. The job of the religious education also must be to help the individual to know himself. That is why when you start God, you start with yourself. You want to know about the world, you want to know about yourself. But unfortunately, because the emphasis today for the secular studies go on emphasizing on the world, children are mad with career now. Career. Before he learns even his name, he is not learning what is the name of the President of India. Before he recognizes anything, he must recognize 500 flags of 500 countries. Preparing to be, everybody says, preparing to serve the country. Nobody says in the process, I will serve myself. See, it's just like that love triangle, that love stuff. Everybody says, oh, I love you. Oh, boy, well, you know. I really love you. What is the unspoken word? I told you. I love you. What is the unspoken word? Only if you do certain things for me. That unspoken words are the most precious, but that is never spoken. Everybody wants to serve the society and the nation. If only I am served. Just think of it. Thousands of people may follow certain thing, but that doesn't make the truth. In PhD class, there are only 5 students. In ABCD class, there are 5 million students. Therefore, does it mean that the PhD schools must be closed? And what is this? Nor does it mean everybody must go back to kindergarten. Grow up, grow up, grow up. Everywhere you are growing up, but when it comes to 2 things, people don't grow up. In secular world, people don't grow up beyond money. In the religious world, people don't grow up beyond their faith on a God. If you rely on money, you can't be self-reliant. If you rely on imaginary, limited God in one name, one form, one place, you shall never be self-reliant. Can you be transcending? Can you be growing up? To start your reliance on money, XYZ, external things, including a God if you feel like. But ultimately, can you have a reliance on yourself? And what is that reliable self? Not your body. Right? The body can be relied upon. Body is continuously changing. So learn to use the changing body. As in money can be relied upon, losing its value. Body cannot be relied upon, continuously changing. Thoughts cannot be relied upon, continuously changing. And the so-called God who is in one name, one form, in one place, cannot be relied upon also. Why? Listen carefully. If it is one name, one place, one form, you have to continuously hold on to it. Understand? You have to hold on to it. There is no question of he reaching you, because in one place. That is why the language, God for second place. Have you seen that English language? God for second place. There is no such word. There is no such, if you understand what God is, there is no God for second place. Is there ungodly hour? You understand? This is the language. This is the language. There is no ungodly hour. There is no God for second place. Understand? Every moment is divine. Understand? Auspicious, inauspicious is different thing. Every moment is divine. Certain moments are more convenient to do, certain things are less convenient. So you can decide that. Early morning, Shubha Muhurtam. Early morning, auspicious. Why? Quiet. Convenient. Midday is inconvenient. Therefore, not very Ashubham. This is Ashubham. Not that midday is Ashubham. Convenient, inconvenient. Not that godly, ungodly. Everything is divine. Every moment. When you see these things, Ishvara, your life changes. That is your thinking. You must continue to think. Understand the importance of thinking, please? So how can you teach somebody religion or understanding of this without teaching him thinking? And what are the classes on? And some type of chanting, singing, practices and all these things. But there is no intellectual deliberation. And people hate it. Oh, it's all intellectual. Don't say that. You need to think. But don't stop at the level of thinking only. Are you getting that? Understand? Think so well. Know yourself that you understand the limitation of thinking and the thinker. So you think to know, you cannot think. You speak to know, you cannot speak. You meditate to know, there is no need to meditate, because always in meditation, no thought can reach, no words can describe. So Vijnana Kosho Yamati Prakasa Prakrushta Sanidhyavasat Paratmana. So Vijnanamaya Kosha, where this Ahankar, Ati Prakasha, this I thought is very, very strong. I thought is very, very strong. Why? Please see. There are two types of thoughts inside. In Sanskrit, they call it ahamakara vritti. Other one is idamakara vritti. Vritti is modification. Vritti is modification. Ahamakara, idamakara. I thought and idam is this. I the subject, idam is object. Now you must look inside your head and see it. I thought and this thought, idamakara vritti. Anything that you can objectify. I thought, this thought. Now this idamakara vritti, idam, depends on the idam jagat, this creation. Idam jagat, perceptible universe. Ears listen to the sound, all those vrittis. Skin records the touch sensation, all those vrittis. Eyes look at the sights, all those vrittis. Tongue records the taste, all those vrittis. Nose records the smell, all those vrittis. And also, what all other people say. What all other people say. You read a book, all those vrittis. What? Idamakara, idam, this. And these thoughts are continuously changing. Why? because they are dependent on a world which is continuously changing. If you look at the world, if you look at the world like a tape recorder, like a video. The video, when suppose you put the video, what will you do? It will go on recording the changing moments, no? It will go on recording the changing moment. So can there be a steady picture in the video? Because it will continuously changing. Suppose you the breeze, it is continuously shaking, continuously changing. So suppose you just sit down. Sound, taste, so many varieties of things will be continuously changing. So mind means, idamakarati means they must continuously change. Because the thought is dependent upon the object which is continuously changing. I thought seems to be permanent. Why the I thought is permanent? Because it depends on something which is permanent. Are you getting that point, please? What is the source of I? Eternal. Aham pratyaya gochara. The meaning of the word I. Eternal. So this I, what it has done now? It has done two things. Because of this I thought, it forgets its own source and identifies with the body. Brings the I and the body together. Like when you say the word I am the body. Are you getting that example? I am the body. In these two things have come together. This line will come now. Yeah, it will come little later on. So Ayognivat, it will come. It is comes. Yes, it is after 4-5 hours it will come. Don't worry about it. So what happens when you say I am the body? See it inside. I am the body. The meaning of the word body is outside. The meaning of the word I is I am the body. I am the riches. Subject, predicate. Subject, object. Body is outside. The source of the subject is? Are you getting that? Consciousness. The objects are continuously changing. I am the body. I am young. I am rich. I am engineer. Subject remaining the same, the objects are predicate is continuously changing. Are you getting that point, please? The subject remaining the same, the predicate is continuously changing. So what is the meaning of the word I? Always the same. Objects are continuously changing. That is why I thought seems to be more permanent than every other thought. That is, when everything has gone, you are still left over there to be miserable. Thoughts are there. Now thoughts are gone. I have no thoughts. Or if you are meditating, when thoughts are gone, oh, now I'm very quiet. I see. The moment you say, I'm quiet, are you quiet? I. So that is where you see the source of the word I. That is Ati Prakash. Vijnanamaya Vijnana Kosho Yama Ati Prakasha Prakrushta Sanidhya Vasat Paratmanaha. Paratmanaha Prakrushta Sanidhya Vasat, because of its proximity to the Absolute. The thought car and the car outside. How far is the distance? Long distance. The thought of your house and the thought. How far is the distance? Depends on where your house is. You are from Alaska. What is the distance between thought and these things? You are here. What is the distance between childhood thought and your thought? Childhood thought and childhood? gone in time, yes, never to return. What is the distance between you, your school thought and the school where you study? Long distance. Again you have to travel there to reach. What is the distance between I thought and what it stands for? There is no distance either in time or in space. Prakrishta sanithya vasapara. You understand? There is no distance between the name and what it stands for. You say the word flower, flower is there. Here, flower is here. Flower. I word, thought, yourself. What is the distance? I the word, I the thought, and the meaning. Squirrel there. Squirrel the word. Squirrel the thought. And squirrel that is producing sound. Physically the distance. Yourself, there is no distance between I, the word, the name, the thought, what it stands for. Atah bhavatyes ato bhavatyes upadhirasya yadatmadhi sansarati bhramena. So upadhi, all these things, upadhi. I thought is the upadhi, body is the upadhi, but not knowing this, identifying itself with this ahankar, I thought, and then extending it to body and other things, sansarena bhavati, bhramena sansarati. This is something goes on. Yat atmadhi, considering that to be himself, goes on, moving from experience to experience, sensation to sensation, thought to thought, life to life, transmigration. In reality itself, immobile, all-pervasive, eternal. Okay? I told this. Now he tells you the nature of the self, and how this I, the meaning of your I, is absolutely glorious. Yoyam vijnanamaya praneshu Hruvi spuratyayam jyoti Kutastha sanatma karta Bhokta bhavatyupadistha. So yoyam vijnanamaya Praneshu Hrudi Spurati Ayam Jyoti Kutastha. Understand? Yeah, this is a really unfortunate book because I was little curious to know about all these things. I was not very critical. I was thinking. This translation, this person, whoever it is, has written a book just to write a book. Verses are something, translation is something. Completely left out everything else here and there. You know, if a person wants to read this book, you know, there is one book I must, Vishwa has got it, the name Sanskrit book, it is Hindi commented. Please, I will ask him to get a book for all of you. I think you should get a book. Very expensive, but everybody must have one. It's amazing. Those of you don't know Hindi and Sanskrit varieties, yes, but English, there's no English verse. I'm amazing. He's given to that book, I was looking at it. It's very, very good. Very traditional, very wonderful. Some verses, some meanings of something, words are, so many words are missing. They don't mean anything. Anyway, yoyam vijnanamaya praneshu hrudi स्फुरति अयम ज्योति कूटस्थ सन्न आत्मा कर्ता भोक्ता भवति उपाधिस्थ योयम आत्मा first. You have to know how to connect the words. That which is the self. Kutastha. Kutastha means Kutavat tishtati kutastha. Kuta means what they call as the Kuta. Kuta is like the anvil. In English, anvil. Anvil, know what? In the blacksmith's place, you must see there is a piece of iron where he takes the red hot iron and bang, 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 bang on that anvil. So they take that red hot iron, put on that, then he goes on shaping that red hot iron. But the bottom one does not change its shape. So the bottom one changes its shape also with every heat. The molten iron will change its shape. But the bottom does not change its shape. Suppose when you heat, bottom also changes now. What a headache it is. Same thing. Atma kutastha. Kutavat like an anvil. It is existing. Steady as it is. On it, every change takes place. Consciousness is as it is. Now this first thought that takes place is Vijnanamaya Prana, that is Ahankara, I thought takes place. And this I drags every change onto itself. Praneshu, with the prana, sense organs, everything it drags onto itself. Whereas in reality, what it is, Swayam Jyoti, Kutastha, Atma, that is one's own self. But having identified with the sense organs, mind and everything, Karta, Bhokta, Bhavati, Upadhistha. Upadhistha. With the Upadhi, it considers itself doer and enjoyer. Body does not consider itself doer. I consider the body as the doer. Are you getting that point? That much word will be good enough for you. Take that statement. Body, see, listen, see this. Look. Silently look. Body will not say, I am picking it up to pick it up. Hand will not say, I am holding it to hold it. Nose will not say, are you getting that, please? Body has no sense of holding it, dropping it. Somebody else is using that body. Are you getting that? Body doesn't say, I am the doer. I feel I am the doer. How stupid it is. Just like, have you seen a horse race? Horse racing, when you see, poor horse does not run to win the prize. Horse runs, but the persons who are backing the horse, they go through heart attack. The fellow is backing the horse. He is identifying, suppose his horse is winning, his horse is losing. The horse has no sense of winning and losing. After they run, it waits for the jaggery. Some food to eat, and he enjoys and goes away. It's not that suppose you come and after the horses win, you put a mala around, garland around. Will the horse understand? Oh, it's lovely, enjoying himself. I'm the biggest horse. He doesn't care. The car doesn't feel it is speeding. But the man feels bad. How I could not race the car. Exactly like that, the physical body. Oh, I could not do this. I could do this. So one who is feeling disappointed is as useless as the fellow who is feeling appointed. One who is feeling disappointed is as stupid as the fellow who is feeling excited. You be yourself. Enjoy the excitement. Enjoy the disappointment. Because disappointment and excitement will be part of life. Suppose you are now, we are supposed to catch the flight. By chance you go there and the flight is delayed. Disappointment is natural, but let it not bring me the mood of disappointment. Go there and they upgrade you to first class. That's very convenient, but that should not make me so crazy that I forget myself. Happy always myself. But these little disappointment will be always there in life. That is how the wise person is. Okay? Every place, everything is beautiful. Your thinking must change. Are you getting that point? Because you don't change your thinking, that is why after 10 years of practice, you are still miserable. For some people, listening also is a practice. If they don't think. Somebody have listened to Bhagavad Gita for last 20 years. Why 20 years? You can listen for 20 million also. Nothing will happen because you are not thinking. Are you getting that? When you think, you will learn. Knowledge never takes place through open mouth. Knowledge takes place by thinking. Understand? Okay, having told this, may I say the letter next one. So, Swayam parichedyamupetya buddhe Tadatmya doshena param musatmana Sarvatmakassan apivikshate swayam Swata prutaktvena mrudo hatanive Swayam parichedamapetya buddhe Tadatmya doshena param murushatmana Sarvatmakassan apivikshate swayam Swatah pruthakttvena mrudo hatanive So beautiful. So in reality, Swayam, this Atma, the self, parichedam upetya buddhehe tadatmya doshena vikshate. What does he see? Parichedam upetya. This is known as there are two types of theories they talk about in tradition. Pratibimbavada, Parichedavada. Pratibimbavada is theory of reflection. Other one is theory of Parichinna, Paricheda, limitation. The sun is shining in the sky. There are 500 pots on the downstairs. The sun is shining in the pots, but there is no reflection in the pot. You put water in the pot, there will be 500 reflections. How many suns? Sun is one, but 500 reflections. Now this reflected sun identifies itself with the water. Water is muddy, I am muddy. Water is shaky, I am shaky. Water is disturbed, I am disturbed. Pot is broken, water is flowing, I am flowing. So when with this type of uncertainty is crying, the reflected Guru, son, will tell him, fool, you are not this one, look up. That son you are, this is reflection. Once he sees, happy. Why? In the sun, no reflection, no water, no pot. This is one way of explaining. One sun of consciousness, all pervasive. 5 billion bodies, trillions of bodies. But wherever there is water of subtle body, consciousness is cut. Ahankara comes. If the mind is unsteady, I am unsteady. Mind is restless, I am restless. Mind is quiet, I am quiet. Therefore, body is young, I am young. Body is old, I am old. Cry. Teacher says, hey, you are not this I thought. You are the Aham Pratyaya Gochara actually consciousness. So in this sun of consciousness, no reflection, no thought, no pot. Are you getting that? This is one. Another one way of explaining is Parichedavada, Parichina. Like Ghatakasa, pot, space. The space is all pervasive. What do you call it? Ghatakasa, pot space. Pot space means space covered by the pot. When the space covered by the pot, who is limited? Space or the pot? Huh? The space is covered by the pot. Who is limited? Space or the pot? Are you getting that? Space is limitless. The pot is limited. Pot space looks limited. If you want to make the pot space total space, is it necessary to break the pot? Even when the pot is there, the space is same. Inside, outside, antar bahi, within, without, it is from the standpoint of the pot. When the pot is broken, there is no inside space, outside space, only space. So even when the pot is there, the space is not limited. Pot is limited in the same way. Consciousness also is. In this space of consciousness, body pot, mind pot, I pot. Now tell me which is right. Come on, I'll make a joke. Space is potted or pot is spaced? Pot is spaced, do you know that? Yes, pot picks up the space for some time. Space can never be potted. Do you know why? Move the pot. Come on, move the pot. You don't see the hand. Hand is spaced or space is handed? No, it's a joke. You can't say space is, hand is, space is like in a hand. No. Why? If the space is in hand, wherever the hand goes, the space should go with it. Does the space go with it? If the water is potted, take the water. Wherever the pot goes, the water goes. Does the space go like that? Are you getting that? Space here is space here. But the space here in this hand is not space here, that there is space there. So when you are going there, space is left behind. Hand is moving. Hand goes. What about space? Continue. Body. Body is in consciousness or consciousness is in body? Thought is in consciousness or consciousness is in thought? Body moves in consciousness. Thought moves in consciousness. Paricheda. So, having done that, what happens is Tadatmya doshena param rusatmana. Tadatmya dosha. So, now is a pot space, house space, like that we say, I am the body, I am the mind, stuck on that. Tadatmya doshena param mrusatmana. Sarvatmakam san apivikshate. So even though sarvatmakam api, even though he is all pervasive, in and through everything, but lust in his body, swayam vikshate, looks at himself, pruthakwena, different from everything, like mrudoho patad vinnaha, Like you see, clay is different from the pot. When you look at the clay, please tell me, be honest, be honest. Don't try to be smart and give me a right answer. I am not interested in right answer. Be normal. When you look at the pot, do you remember the clay? Nobody. You look at the pillar, do you remember the wood? So strange, isn't it? You look at the ornament, do you remember the gold that time? Only when it is stolen, I lost my gold. But as long as you are putting on, it is ornament. How true, eh? When you are putting it on, it's just ornament. When you lose it, gold I lost. This gold has value. Ornament has beauty. It's so strange, eh? So looking at your body, you forget yourself because it's so beautiful. Body is so nice. Helps me to experience everything. Access, it is the gateway to the universe. Sound, touch, taste, smell, sound. And such a lovely machine religiously demands its food for every time, and I get a chance to eat all the best food in the world. Are you getting that? Body does not demand any food, but because the hunger comes, I have a choice now. Oh. See how nice it is. Same thing, thoughts. They're so beautiful or so ugly, you forget yourself. Some people lose themselves in nice thoughts. Some people lose themselves in so-called ugly thoughts. They don't know how to handle their thoughts. They don't know that the thoughts are not ugly or nice. Somebody is lost in anxiety. Somebody is lost in ecstasy. Who is better? A lost fellow is lost. Are you getting that point, please? There is no somebody lost in ecstasy, somebody lost in anxiety. Who is better? If you are yourself, you can enjoy ecstasy, you can also enjoy the anxiety. Why? Anxiety also is part of your living. Without anxiety, you will not be serious. Understand? Suppose there are some people who are never anxious. There is one man came from somewhere. You are staying here. You are supposed to go and catch a flight in Madras. And people take him for shopping. There are 3 hours before the flight. And he is doing shopping. Believe me, he completely forgot. Completely forgot. He doesn't understand that he should be there 1 hour before. So people are telling him, time. Then he goes into again shopping. He almost lost his flight because they had to push him. But suppose there are some people who are anxious. Hey, only 3 hours. So they make it to the right time. But some people forget. They never, no anxiety means what? No responsibility. So, every emotion is beautiful if you know how to handle it. If you don't know how to handle it, every emotion is beautiful. Like, if you know how to, there was in Oriya there is a story. There is a king. He asked, which is the best knowledge? Ko vidya bhalo in Oriya. What is the best knowledge? Everybody tells something or other. One minister said, Maharaj, nei ani thoijanle chori vidya bhala. If you can manage, even stealing also is good. If you can manage, and if you cannot manage, even the best profession is waste. But if you can manage, if you know how to manage, even the stealing also is good. So the king wanted to experiment on it. Night he went to steal the pot from the potmaker's house. The king has never stolen, so he doesn't know how to manage stealing. He removed the pot from the bottom. Instead of going from the top, he removed from the Bada, 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 everything fell and made such a noise. The whole family came and gave a nice Udam Madhyam, for the greetings to the king. And of course, the king was surrounded by his bodyguards. So they came and took him away and whisked him away. Nobody knew nothing. They went away. But next day, the minister was called. So what nonsense are you talking? The thieving is very good. Last night I went. What did I get? Okay, Maharaj, come with me. So both of them go in disguise to the big marketplace. He places the king at a point and then himself goes. He saw a nice girl is coming with a beautiful baby, very cute bundle of delight. Yeah. So this fellow goes, takes some nice chocolates and balloons and shows the baby. Now the baby gets attracted. He makes nice faces and the baby gets so excited, he comes to him. Naturally, the mother also feels good because the baby, they are all playing around that time. So he plays it, then he goes to the next shop. Then here the mother is standing. He goes to the next shop, just a shop. There is jewelry shop, shopping shop, big shopping center, jewelry, clothes, everything. Then he puts the baby and plays with him, and the baby is nice. The shopkeeper also starts playing with it. Then he says, can I have some gold? He says, yes, you can. Show me the best ones, the diamonds and some good dress. Then he says, okay, come on, let my baby be here. My wife is there. I just show him and come back. Show her. I just show her the diamond and the dress and come back. And he goes. And he goes. With the king, he is gone. Now this child started crying after some time. The man is not coming. Then they started, why this fellow is not coming? Who child? When they start, that lady who was standing there, she comes in. Hey, my child, but where is your husband? What husband? But this man of brother, he is not my husband. He is just playing with the child. Now they can't give the child, they have to give him, and they lost everything. Of course, to make the story complete, the king and later on send it back, so that you don't make the people thieves, okay? Okay, so he sent it back. Anyway, then she told the king, did you see? You must know how to do. If you know how to do anything, any knowledge is excellent. If you don't know how to use it, like Indian taxi driver can take a 20-year-old car and run it well. In other countries, 4-year-old car also is useless. Why? Because the fellows don't know how to manage it. Little noise, throw it. They don't throw. Depends on how. Are you getting that? Same thing, knowledge. Your body, mind, everything, every thought, body, you can use it. So, when you see the gold, when you see the ornament, nobody remembers gold. This gold is so, ornament is so exciting. Looking at this body is like an ornament. It gives you so much of comfort, such an identity, such an exciting perception, exciting access to the universe. Same thing, your thoughts. Your thoughts are like ornament. So, even though the pot, even though the clay is not different from the pot, but while looking at the pot, you lose sight of the clay. Even though the consciousness is not different from the body, mind, and the creation, by looking at the body, mind, creation, I thought completely loses sight of it. That is where. Who should have the insight? Should the body have insight or I should have insight? The I thought must know itself. So instead of knowing itself, now suppose he starts singing, chanting, doing something. That is why understand this new age stuff. When they push this one into new, exotic trainings, suggestions, practices, call it whatever you like. You are pampering the I instead of helping him to understand who it is. Are you getting that? See the truth for yourself. Having told this, then the last verse he finishes. Please finish it. With that we can stop. Upadi sambandha vasat paratma.
Upadi sambandha vasat paratma.
Upadi dharma anuvati tadguna.
Upadi dharman anuvati tadguna.
Ayo vikaran avikari vannivat.
Ayo vikarana vikari vannivat.
Sadai kalpopi paraswa. Sadaikarupopi parasvabhavat.
Sadaikarupopi parasvabhavat.
Upadi sambandhavasat paratma.
Upadi sambandhavasat paratma.
Upadi dharman anubhati tadguna.
Upadi dharman anuvati tadguna.
Ayo vikaran avikari vannivat.
Ayo vikarana vikari vannivat.
Sadaikarupopi parasvabhavat.
Sadaikarupopi parasvabhavat.
Very beautiful lines. Upadi sambandhavasat paratma. Upadi dharman anubhati. Upadi sambandhavasat. Paratma, that is the Supreme Self. Supreme Self means, para means desha, kala, vastu, paricheda, shunyam, which has no limitations of time, space, objectivity. Every object in this universe has a time, space limitation. Space-wise limitation, it is here, not there. Time-wise limitation, it is available now and not later on. It was not there, it will not be there. Object-wise limitation, like it's a flower, not a tree or a fruit or anything. So everything in this creation suffers three types of limitation. Limitations of time, limitations of space, limitation of objectivity. Your body also comes under that. Body, desha, kala, vastu, parichinna. Body is limited in time, was not, will not be, while existing, dying. The body is space-wise limitation. It is here, not there and everywhere. It has object-wise limitation. It's a body, it's not a car or a monkey or a tree or something. Are you getting that? This is known as limitation. You understand that? You understand that concept? Everything has three. Everything in this creation has the three limitations. Time limitation, space limitation, vastu, desha parichinna, kala parichinna, vastu parichinna. It is object-wise also limited. It is one thing, not every other thing. In case of self, the I, awareness, no limitations of time, place, objectivity. Because it's available at all times, past, present, future, childhood, youth, old age, waking, dream, deep sleep, dawn, midday, dusk, night. Available at all times. Also, no space-wise limitation, available everywhere. In the earth, in the sun, in the moon, in the stars, in the galaxies, everywhere. No space where the consciousness is not. Again, since it is enhanced through time and space, it is enhanced through every object. Are you getting that point? You understand that point? If it is enhanced through time and space, can any object escape the riches of consciousness? No object in the universe can escape the time-space continuum. Are you getting that? It has to be within the time and space. Since it is within the time and space, and consciousness being the timeless, available at all times, spaceless in a sense, available at all places, are available here, there, everywhere. So no object can escape the touch of consciousness. That is why, even if you don't want it, you are immortal. Even if you don't like it, you are the best, absolute. That is the knowledge. Instead of giving this knowledge, what are you doing? We are condemning people, the individual, to so many different thoughts, beliefs, ideas, lifestyles. What a disaster. Paratma. No limitation times to objectivity. Upadivasat tadgunan anubhati. Upadi dharman anubhati. Identifying the upadi, identifying the body, mind, the thought, or any object for that matter, tadgunan drags the limitation onto itself. How? First it loses itself in one word, I, the first name of the nameless. And this name, I, drags everything onto itself. How? This is the example I was searching for. Ayogni, ayo vikaran avikari vannivat. Ayo vikaran avikari vannivat. Aya has got, aya means iron. There is an iron ball. Iron ball. Iron ball has no heat. Fire has no shape. Does the fire have a shape? Fire has no shape. But when you make the iron ball red hot by putting continuous fire, what happens? You say two things, round fire. And also you say, ayo dahati, this iron burns. Now iron burns or the fire burns? Iron burns or fire burns? Fire burns. Fire is round or iron is round? So now this is known as the Anyonya Tadatmya in Sanskrit. Anyonya Tadatmya. In English, mutual identity. Anyonya Tadatmya, a mutual identity. What is that? The iron ball has given a shape to shapeless fire, and the fire has given heat to the cold iron. You give me something, I give you something, that variety. Anyonya Tadatmya, mutual identity. Fire has given, are you getting that? Fire has given heat to the cold iron. The iron has given shape to the shapeless fire. Exact like that. Listen. When you say, I am the body, I is immortal absolute. Body is limited. In a statement, I am the body, the limitation of the body, the mortality of the body, the birth of the body, growth of the body, metamorphosis of the body, the decay of the body, the death of the body, imposed upon the absolute. And the absolute is what? The I is immortal absolute. The immortality of the self is imposed upon the body. That is why no human being ever believes that he will die. Are you getting that? Because of the immortality of the self, agelessness of the self, deathlessness that is self is imposed upon the body. Nobody believes in old age. Nobody believes in death, because you are ageless, deathless. And the limitation of the body is imposed upon the I. That is why the I feel afraid. Oh, I am going to die. Are you getting that? This is known as the mutual identity. Anyonya Tadatmya. Mutual identity. The body imposes itself upon the limitation of the body is imposed upon the limitless self, and the limitlessness of the self is imposed upon the body. All because of what? I am the body. In between one idea, I am the body. Are you getting that? Think. Anyonya tadatmya. So what do? You give body to the body, give eye to the eye. What is I am the body? In the subject object, are you getting that? I am the body brings two things together. That is the ahankara. This ahankara is one which brings two things together. When you say I am the body, the I brings the limitlessness of the self and imposes upon the body. So physically you don't feel you shall be dead. It takes the limitation of the body and imposes on itself, therefore it is frightened. And what is knowledge? Seeing the body as the body, seeing the eye as the eye. Give unto Caesar that belongs to Caesar, as they say. Give the limitation where it belongs. In reality, you are limitless. So if you see yourself thereafter, you give unto limitation where it belongs. Having seen it, if a limitless plays the role of limited, how exciting it is, isn't it? Rich man playing poor. How exciting. Wise man pretending to be a fool. God playing the fool. Are you getting that? How fantastic it is. God playing the fool. Rich playing the poor. Multi-millionaire hangs around with the ordinary poor people. Excitement. Other way around is very costly. The poor fellow pretends to be millionaire, becomes further impoverished. The idiot pretends to be wise. What a dangerous thing. That is why charlatans, pretenders, Montblancs, as they call, cheaters, the person doesn't know anything about anything but wants to pass on. What happens? Oh my God, you have to adjust to million nonsense around the person. Why? You already accepted him as wise man, no? So his tantrums are your blessings. His stupidity as his foolishness for your sake. What all he does, are you getting that? You are going on misinterpreting now. Because you have accepted him as he is a wise man. Are you getting that point, please? And he makes his life miserable. Andhenaiva niyamanaya tanda. Himself blind, leading the blind. And where do they go all? Nearest ditch. But while traveling together, falling together, they think they are all together in love. You understand? We all love each other. Oh. Even when we suffer, we love together. Yes, very good. Love gurus. You understand? Dangerous. Absolutely dangerous. See the truth for yourself. Please observe. Ayognivat vikara, ayo vikaran avikari vannivat, ayaha vikara. Vanni has no vikara. Vanni is limitless. Fire has, what is it? Iron has shape. It gets the shape from the fire, or fire from the shape. Tadeika rupopi parasvabhavat, sadaika rupopi parasvabhavat, sadaika rupopi svabhavat paropi, even though by nature is one, and through everything, available all times, all places, all conditions, identifies with one body or one thing, and then drags everything onto itself. That is how ahankara rules and rules the ruling for some time. He rules, also rules the rules, meaning it is miserable that he is ruling because the fellow doesn't know what to do. So when he knows about himself, leaves the limitation where it belongs. Be the limitless, enjoy limitation. Be the immortal, enjoy mortality for some time. With this, teaching is over. Now the student asking a question, a new chapter begins. We shall see that when I come back. Okay? Whew, good speed, eh? Yes. Thank you. Please think over this. Close your eyes. Thank you, friends.